Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick update here for Solana, seeing what's going on. We are obviously going to double check some liquidation levels here and just kind of see where we're at here with this thing, because Solana is a beast right now. It took off fantastic, did super well. We got filled at $93 and came all the way up to that 104 target for us. So quick little heads up here, and thanks again for the awesome feedback. Nice little 41% profit there in 5 days for Solana. Patience pays off, folks. Literally every time I take a trade and the price goes south, people start wondering what's going on, and within a few days it typically always hits our target. So again, it's not how you enter the market, it's kind of how you get out or structure your trades more effectively, right? So nice profits here as well for Bitcoin, 27% there. We took obviously a Bitcoin and Solana long roughly 5 days ago, or I think 6 by now, but either way you look at it, 6 days for 27% on a 5x leverage trade, I'm perfectly fine with that. Honestly, folks, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you're using high leverage, high position sizing, you may not have been able to survive that swing, because it's designed to ensure that you get filled on the way down and the price comes up, gets even better. So again, congrats. Thanks again for the awesome feedback. What's going to happen next year with Solana? Let's double check a few things. This is a 1 month for Solana. A lot of liquidation at 93, as we already know. So a lot of folks here recently took those longs at 93 and felt pretty confident. And that's a pretty solid little area there. We can also see 107 to 110 is a pretty heavy concentration. We hit as high as about 105.5. So I'm confident we're going to hit our second profit target for Solana in the relative near future. Bitcoin can stabilize at the current level it's at right now. We will see Solana continue to take off. So trust me, folks, if Bitcoin can maintain 45K, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. So awesome stuff there. Things are looking pretty good in that regard, but we want to double check a few other things as well. So let's look at the 7 day and just quickly double check a couple of things here. We can see a lot of shorts entering the market about 106. Okay. Once more, 93 as that lower level. So 106. Let's take a look at that here. 106 is right here at this upper level, basically right where the most recent high was. Roughly, that was roughly a week ago. Okay, so we are hitting about 106, 107 mark for back in late January, and now at this point here we're seeing the price action trying to retest that level. So just know liquidity grab right here, and the price could pull back. It may just continue down right now. There's no guarantees, of course, it's going to do that, but it's important to recognize that those are some levels that are highly sought after. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and double check a few things here on the daily, work our way down. So this is awesome news. We have broken above the 50-day SMA. That was one of the only things I was talking about yesterday as a potential negative or adverse scenario there. In other words, getting rejected off the 50. Blasted straight through, of course. Bitcoin went all the way up to 45.5 roughly in a short amount of time, all things considered. So Solana is following suit, but it's also working its own way too. We'll talk about that here in a minute. You can see that in smaller time frames, but if you zoom out a little bit here, $97 is that strong accumulation of volume, upwards of about 101. So just know 97 to 101 has always been that point of contention. So staying above that level right now is extremely important. We're breaking this descending trend line that is establishing lower highs and lower lows, sort of. I mean, we kind of already established higher lows, but generally speaking, the concept is to break this longer descending trend line to essentially break somewhat bullish, okay? And I say somewhat because a lot of this hinges on Bitcoin and a few other factors that need to happen first before we just see the breakout. But again, a break of 106, 107 mark, that's going to be a pretty good sign for us here, okay? So let's talk about other things that need to be present for this to happen, okay? So let's just quickly double check here. If we take a look at traditional RSI, still maintaining above 50, half the reason why I felt confident taking a long position with this coin as well. Again, being over 50 on the RSI on the daily and or the 4 hour, extremely important. We have a stochastic RSI swing to the upside, looking pretty positive there. We can also see a MACD FU. Yes, I call it an MACD FU. You can put 2 and 2 together for that if you like. But generally what's supposed to happen is the 12 is supposed to intersect with the 26 in an upward fashion for a convergence and the opposite for a divergence. The 12 was trying to intersect with a 26 in a downward fashion. It got rejected, and that's what I call an MACD FU. So really the bottom line here is that until a convergence or a divergence actually fully happens, you don't want to trust it, okay? So again, I know a couple days ago, it's like, okay, we're going to come down further. I saw a lot of speculation, not only in our community, but just on social media. And generally speaking, you don't want to trust that until it actually happens, okay? So that's kind of where we're at there for the daily. Daily looks overall bullish, though. Honestly, there's not much here that's disadvantageous at all. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, this is where things usually get a little interesting. We're above all moving averages. That's also still very bullish. We can also see that the price action here as well for the RSI, stochastic RSI swinging down. Okay, so expecting a downturn would make sense right now. Okay, pullback is very probable. In fact, we can already see this happen. Okay, so it's not like this is a big surprise. But stochastic's really good about kind of giving you potential shifts in momentum. Now, again, you don't want to read too much into it sometimes because it can give you a lot of false positives if there's other bullish confirming factors, which there are right now. So generally speaking, the price pulling back makes sense after it kind of flagged itself out here, or pennant pattern breakout. Okay, but again, Bitcoin pretty much exude the same behavior, so we can't really say that's only Solana, but the truth is here, we can kind of see that we are over 50 in the RSI, got rejected by 70, money flow index is high. That does imply the price action is likely to sustain itself. High MFI, sustainability, there's no other way around it. We got this previous resistance level here too, we're going to pull that out and just kind of pay attention to that. The 102.95, round number 103, is kind of that important level we want to pay attention to, because again, it wicked up a couple times, couldn't pass that level and pulled back. I think at this point, if we can close above that here today, solid chance we're going to see continuation of the upside. MACD is also converging, nothing to see here. So everything is, again, mostly bullish. There's really nothing against this here. We can really, kind of look at TD sequential and recognize that we are 7 4-hour candles into this continuation. But you also kind of got to almost hit a reset button for this guy right here, because that was literally 12 hours of sideways action before the price pulled out. So we could actually be at a 2 right now. But either way you look at it, we are approaching an overextended state, but bouncing off of 70 on the RSI leads me to believe that we could see the price consolidate before the next leg up. Take a look at the hourly. I think Ichimoku Cloud will tell us a lot here, in which we are still good to go to leave our long position open. There's literally no reason to consider taking a short position. I think it's kind of risky, honestly. If Bitcoin does drop down to 44K, different story maybe. But I do feel like 44K is a pretty strong support level based on that being a previous resistance zone. So if Bitcoin does pull back, we can expect some alts to correct themselves, especially with the Bitcoin dominance shifting gears. We can see Bitcoin dominance is still increasing. Okay, therefore, we can presume most altcoins are going to pull back a little harder than they would normally do so, just based on that natural correction. Okay, so at this point here, no matter how you look at it, truly bullish. There's no reason to bet against this coin. We've got a good 12 to 24 hours before the lagging span intersects with the price action. Conversion line above the baseline, tremendous momentum. The cloud is consolidating over here at this lower level on fib at exactly $100. So if the price does end up pulling back, I think $100 will be a solid entry consideration. If it doesn't pull back, I would say we're going to probably see a sweep of that 106, 107 mark to hit our second profit target as well. But more importantly, give us more volume and a higher MFI to be able to sustain this price action. So right now with Bitcoin kind of locking and loading at 45K, I think there's a solid chance we're going to see continuation to the upside. Okay, so again, pretty good stuff here for Solana. I'm not surprised to see this. I think this is fantastic, and I'm super happy it worked out well for everyone. Again, thank you for being patient, folks. Again, patience pays off in trading. If you got too impatient, you're probably doing it wrong. You got to trust your TA and make sure it meets your risk tolerance. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at there. A quick little heads up. Thank you again, Bitunix, for an awesome exchange opportunity. No KYC, no VPN requirements. These guys are phenomenal. Awesome rewards if you use my link to register too. Be sure to check that out. CryptoCash.tech also has a list of our partners. But more importantly, if you want to become a better trader, I would recommend sooner than later. We have a lot of spots or a few spots left available, then they're filling up. So just again, CryptoCash.tech if you're considering being part of these trade signals, and just generally speaking, an overall positive experience. We had some really nice trades here too with, I think Cardano, Litecoin, Matic. We did hit a small Litecoin stop loss, but we made it up with some nice solid Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and Chainlink trades, right? So again, no trading bot is perfect. This is just based on a strategy of mine for day trading. Be sure to use that cautiously when the market is manipulated like it is, okay? Please understand that. I do have a signals guide, of course, if you're curious on how to use it. Everything here is available through our Discord, and you'll be provided that as well if you would like to inquire. So hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks again for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.